All right. There you go. Hello.
Hello, William.
Hi. Have you ever done one of those things where you walk into a room and just say a few words to make everyone in the room think that it's like the end of a sentence?
No, that seems like a William
So
thing.
you walk in the room and be like, sprayed all over me. And then everyone's wanting to know what sprayed all over you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that the trick?
Anyway, I thought I was going to do that on this. Good day to you. This is William Stringer. Next to me, I've got Jonathan Frazier. No, don't speak. Don't speak. All of this is me. I want the lights on me. This is the Edible Valley Podcast.
I'm Chef Jonathan Frazier. Welcome to the Edible Valley Podcast.
We want to invite you as we embark on a culinary journey through the heart of Vancouver Island
From the fertile fields,
to the pristine waters of the Pacific Ocean.
we'll explore the stories behind the food that nourishes us.
Tune in to each episode as we deep dive into the flavors, the traditions, and the innovations that make this a true paradise.
Now, please join us as we explore our Edible Valley.
Okay, all right, John, go on.
All right, thank you. I've been holding my breath and turning red here.
We do not plan these.
No,
It's the one rule. We do not plan it.
Not the beginning.
Which explains a lot, doesn't it? People are like, yeah, that's really obvious.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Anyway.
That's why they've already turned off, so it's okay.
Delete the downloads.
That's right.
I've already seen that you've downloaded it, and I'm very excited. They don't send me a notification if you delete it, so doesn't matter. It does. Please don't. This is our identity.
This is the Edible Valley Podcast.
Yeah,
We're gonna
it's
start
getting weird. All right, okay. We're not going to press delete, but we're going to continue. How's your week been so far?
My week is good. It's been busy.
What have you been doing?
It's a big week this week because we got Thanksgiving coming.
We have, yeah.
Yes.
I was doing more of a general. But you
no.
segued right in
I'm
there.
going right into it because that's been my week. Because
Yeah.
I've been up at the college and my students are doing their first real dinner. And so we're doing a Thanksgiving dinner
So you are preparing a Thanksgiving meal tomorrow.
tomorrow.
And
Yeah.
so I guess we should say the date. It is Tuesday, October the 8th. Why not just give this? We're filming this at a minute past 7
Exactly.
p.m. at the 98.9 Jet FM studios in downtown Corny, state of the art.
The island's rock, best rock, right?
The Comox Valley's best rock.
Which should be the
Pro-
islands.
Probably the island's best rock.
Let's just say BC,
Probably-
the Western North America. Let's do
It sounds less sure. We are definitely the Comox Valley's best rock.
Okay.
Probably the island's best rock.
Okay.
It doesn't sound as good, does it? But that is actually the full strap line. You just usually hear the beginning. Right. Turkey. Now, okay, so you think turkey. Very
So I'm
si-
thinking turkey. And my
Yeah.
students are like, we've just done soups and stocks. We've done a lot of classroom stuff. So this is our first time to actually we're doing the whole meal for 100 people
So,
for tomorrow for lunch.
does it vary from Christmas?
Well, for this one, this is just strictly a nice turkey dinner.
Okay.
But we're doing the same style. We're going to do a nice little butternut squash soup
Okay.
as a starter. Actually, it's all going to be all at once, but
Nice.
you get a three-course dinner all at once on a cafeteria tray because that's how we roll.
And do you actually sell this?
We're actually selling it.
Oh,
yeah.
that's great. Where? Oh, it's in
It-
Camel River.
It's in Camel
Darn,
River.
because I live a few minutes from North Island College. Anyway,
Yeah, the other North Island
yeah, the other
College
one.
in Campbell River.
Yeah.
So literally, we've got that. We're gonna do we've got some yam mashed potatoes that they've putting together. We've done a whole bunch of roasted Brussels sprouts and carrots and parsnips, and then we're gonna serve that with we got a mushroom stuffing gravy to go under that with
you all right?
turkey light. I'm excited.
He's driving to Camel River every day. So
And then pumpkin pie to finish. So it's going to be a beautiful meal. And they've been
that
doing
sounds good.
everything came from scratch. So my students actually cleaned down the turkeys. They tied the turkeys. So we actually
Oh,
broke
really?
down the turkeys, took the meat off, tied them, roasted them.
Yeah.
We're going to get into this in the show, but that was it. Roast them in the oven. And we've cooled them, sliced them. And so they're all portioned, all ready to go.
Isn't it great that we're just getting into the season right now of just eating all of it? The eating season.
You know what?
It's the eating season.
I brought
isn't
my
it?
stretchy pants today.
Oh, good man. Okay, now quick question. This is to test you. Is there any difference food-wise between the Canadian and the US Thanksgiving?
Other than the day?
Correct. Absolutely. Food-wise.
Food-wise, I think we really pair quite
Yeah.
along the same ways, but everyone's a little bit different. Every family has their own tradition. There's
Yeah.
always those couple recipes. There's always someone who tries something new that goes horribly wonderful or horribly
Yeah.
wrong. It's a little bit different. In the end of it, it's all about getting together and having a meal with
And-
everyone, right?
And
Like,
how
that's
about
goal.
the UK Thanksgiving?
I've never had a UK Thanksgiving. How is that?
Oh, what do you imagine it being like?
I would imagine it being some mushy peas.
John, we don't have Thanksgiving in the UK, mate. You walked right
Right.
into that, my son. All right. Now let's get straight into it. It's going to dive into turkey.
Yeah.
So that's it. You roast it. That's it. There's no other way.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, what I wanted to do
Ah,
today was to
yeah.
talk about maybe some unconventional preparation or presentation ways of doing turkey, maybe some side dishes that go along that'll
Nice.
get everyone. I just want to get everyone pumped because this weekend they're going to be getting into the kitchen and everyone's they've probably invited all their friends, their family, or everyone over and they're going to have a good time. And there's going to be some arguments over politics and religion and all that good stuff.
I know.
And at least you can take home good food with you, right?
And there's an election. There's a BC election. Who on earth is calling an election when everyone's seeing family? Call an election on the 6th of January. No one's talking to anyone. Anyway, that's my 10 cents. Right, talk to me about smoking turkey.
I was thinking about one way of doing a turkey is you can really just smoke it really
Actually,
to
no,
bring
go
out.
back. We won't cut because this is real.
Right.
Spinny wheel.
Oh, okay. Go for your spinny wheel. You
Cool.
want me to start off?
Yeah, you start. It's a good one.
I've been getting practice with the spinny wheel.
Oh, smoking.
I've been using the spinny wheel in another place. I don't want to upset you.
Where do you use spinny wheel?
I've been doing another podcast wheel.
You've been doing another podcast behind my
Yes.
back.
Behind your back, I'm sorry.
That is, I bet it's called Behind His Back.
No, it's actually called the F3 podcast with my lovely wife.
Oh, I can't compete with Aaron Fraser.
So the two of us have been sitting down and doing the F3 podcast, which is football, food, and fantasy football. So we talk. So
you
it's great.
guys, I need to find this.
She tells me all about football and about her football fantasy team.
Yeah.
And then I talk about foods that would go. So we've been doing the spinning wheel to go with all of the different football teams in the NFL. And so we pick a different city every week and go from there.
You just go for it.
Just go
Are
for
you
it.
drinking? Have you got a few tinnies on the go?
We will always have a few tinnies. We'll sample some wine. It really goes with the region, whatever it has to be.
Oh, the region. You pretentious man. Okay.
So we're on our spinning wheel. What did we hit?
Oh, that's weird. We hit smoking. What a
How's
coincidence.
that one? So anyways, I thought this is a great way because just amplify those roasted flavors, just a touch of smoke in the turkey.
Yeah.
Very simple. You could do it on the barbecue. It's a great way just to have that getting it going there with a little smoke on a gentle, slow heat.
This is hot smoking.
This is hot smoking,
Yeah,
I would
okay.
do. Taking your time with it and just really getting that smoke flavor into the
Nice.
turkey. Yeah.
Oh, gosh. That sounds
I would
good.
honestly, for this one, and I'm going to talk about two ways. I'm a kind of guy who likes to break down the turkey.
Okay.
I like to pull the bones out and
Okay.
actually debone the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then that way we have these beautiful breasts and dark meat on there, and they can actually absorb all that flavor and not overcook, right? You can have
Yeah.
a little bit more control over the cooking time. It's a little bit faster. And like stuffing a turkey is probably the worst thing you can do.
Why?
Because what happens is to get the center of that turkey cooked with
Yeah.
the stuffing, to bring it to a safe level of over, let's say, 74 degrees, the outside meat has to go above that temperature. So you can't cook the center of the turkey with the stuffing in it and the meat without getting it super dry.
Why would you put it in the middle anyway?
I don't know. It's something that it was
is a
one of
weird
those
tradition, isn't it?
traditional, one
Yeah.
of those traditions that it catches all the juices and you pull it all out.
Weird.
Yeah,
It's weird. I
So-
love stuffing, though.
Oh,
Delicious.
there's nothing. You got to have stuffing, but it's
Can
just
you
one
buy
of those
stuff?
things.
You can just buy stuffing in a supermarket.
Yeah,
just buy it.
You can just make it, Will.
Oh, you make it?
It's so easy.
Oh, okay. All right.
You saute off some carrots, some onions, and celery.
Yeah.
Actually, just onions and celery,
Okay.
some garlic,
Yeah.
saute them off, let them cool, get some day-old bread,
Yeah.
cube it up, mix it together, add a few herbs, fresh herbs, and then just some chicken stock.
That's it.
Just throw it in a pan, let it slow roast in the oven,
That's-
bake it off. If you want to add some eggs, you can do that just to give it a little bit of binding ability.
Oh, okay. I might have to do this. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Right, look, we've got to move on.
Let's keep moving.
We're
Let's keep
10
moving.
minutes and it's been 20%,
You better start spin the wheel there.
20% banter. Right, here we go. What's it? Dutch cooking?
Dutch cooking. What are you talking?
No, spatch cooking.
Spatch cooking.
What is spatch cooking?
So basically what we're going to do is
I'll
we're
read
going to
my own
take,
writing.
This makes it a lot easier and a lot quicker. You take the backbone out of the turkey
Okay.
and split it wide open.
Oh,
So you lay it basically flat.
okay.
And then so you can bake or broil that in your oven to get
So
those flavors.
do you chop through the middle?
Yeah, so right through the
Oh,
backbone, you just
yeah.
basically can come in with a bunch of shears,
Yeah.
scissors or whatever,
Yeah.
cut that out, and then spread it out flat. So you still have the wings, you still have the
Yeah.
breast, you still have the whole
That's a great way of doing
and
it.
it's a very much easier way to slice the breast meat off.
And you
or
cut it
do
when
the
it's
leg.
raw, and then you cook it when it's like that.
You cut it when it's raw,
Yeah,
cook it in the
yeah.
oven flat.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a
that
great
sounds
great
gorgeous.
opportunity, right?
Can you chuck it in the deep fryer? Oh, wait a minute. Spinny wheel.
Boom.
Deep fryer.
Deep fryer. I think we're faster than the spinny wheel. That's the
We
problem.
are. It's only a little wheel.
Okay, I love deep fried chicken, like that turkey, right? I've been doing this all week. I've been telling all my students chicken instead of turkey, and they all look at me really funny. But it's all about turkey, right? So definitely just deep frying it. This was one you got to take a lot of care with because I know we've talked about this, but the video where the guy drops the turkey into the pot on the deck, on his wooden deck, and the spills over, the oil hits the flame, and next thing the whole house is on fire,
Oh,
right?
bloody hell.
So it's one of those ones you want to make sure before you start this
Yeah.
that you have a pot that will hold all the oil and the turkey at the same time.
Oh, okay.
That's
okay.
the key because
yeah,
you got to remember when you're dropping it into this pot,
yeah.
you want to make sure that fat doesn't overflow. And if it overflows, it's going to hit the flame, especially if you're doing an open flame like a nice
Right.
turkey roaster. So keep it away from everything. That's my tech term of the day.
Okay.
But doing this style is beautiful. You need an extra room too because there's going to be a lot of moisture within that turkey when it hits it.
Okay.
So you want to make sure you have a very dry turkey that's been very patted down before you dip it into there. So if you brined it or added flavor to your turkey, that's the time you want to make sure it's really patted down dry. So when it goes into there, it's not going to explode from all that extra moisture. But the crispiness you get, the texture, everything sears on the outside really quick. So you get that golden crispiness on the outside,
Gorgeous.
but the meat stays nice and crisp in the middle. So
I love it. All right.
yes.
All right.
One more.
Turkey roulade.
Turkey roulade. Yes. Or we could do turkey galantines, or it's the same style. It's basically what we're going to do is we're going to take our turkey and we're going to basically clean it out and roll it into individual portions would be that. So you would start from a raw product, slice your breast meats, and then you could stuff it. Yeah. Whether you wanted to use some stuffing or whether you could do something as much as make a forced meat,
Yeah.
which would be you could make a mousseline out of the turkey,
Yeah.
the scraps from when you're cleaning it. You can blend that up and add some flavoring and stuff like that. Add a little bit of cream, a little bit of egg, and then till it gets into a bit of a paste. Google a recipe. It's very easy to find. I'm blanking proportions off the top of my head, but you could basically take chicken breast, cream, eggs, and I always use a bit of cherries. Sun-dried cherries are really nice in there,
Nice.
pistachio.
Oh,
Mix
that
that
sounds
all in there.
delicious.
If you take your breasts, cut off, because breasts are huge, right? If you cut them into small portions that are 4 ounces or whatever, 6 ounces, then you can pound them out a bit, roll them really tight, either bake them in the oven, or you can actually, I do a lot of times, I'll do them in saran wrap,
Okay.
and I will spin them really tight, twisting the ends so that I get a nice little pocket, and then I will sous vide them. So I will
Nice,
put
okay,
them into a thing, sous vide them, and you get that, you can do that beautiful
Yeah.
low temperature cook so the chicken is still, or the turkey is still nice and tender and juicy.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Taking a quick break. What brand new Victoria-based burger chain opened today?
I don't know, Will.
Oh, Big Wheel Burger has opened up not 400 yards from where we stand right now.
You are all about this big wheel, aren't you?
Well, I went to do my immigration years ago down in Victoria. and I said to everyone, where can I go for a really good burger and drive back up to the valley with it? And everyone said Big Wheel. And it was
Perfect.
delicious. Yeah.
so when are they coming in? We
they're
gotta
here.
have when are they coming in to talk to us?
Oh, we need to get them in here.
There we go.
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. A hundy. Right. Okay. Let's keep on going.
We're gonna keep going. So we're gonna jump off. Let's talk about some side dishes there, because I think
Okay.
all of those turkey ways are depending on how much time you got to cook, right?
Yeah.
So as I'm saying, if you're short on time, just getting the breast in there, just roasting that off, or getting the legs in there, roasting those off, right? Splitting it in half, baking it. That's when deep
Yeah.
frying it is really quick.
Check.
If you think about how long it takes to cook a turkey, a whole turkey, especially a 24-pound turkey, right? That's a lot of work. But since you're waiting for this turkey to cook, let's make some time to make some interesting dishes.
All right. I've actually taken a sneak peek of what's on the wheel. Can we start with the waffles?
Yeah. So it'd be great to do with what is in your waffle iron. You can take some of that stuffing and press it into the waffles.
Oh, that's awesome.
This may be a little bit of an afterwards. Like
Yeah.
if you can see a hot turkey sandwich on
Yeah.
a turkey waffle.
So you
would
can
be
make a
great.
stuffing sandwich with the stuffing as the bread.
Oh, yeah. And you
Oh,
could even
wow.
make a little bit of waffle batter, mix in some
Yeah.
of that so it gets a real savory,
Oh,
right?
delicious.
Delicious one. Everyone does the cranberry sauce. Jumping up, we can do a little bit of salsa, add a little bit of tang and a little bit of heat to it,
Wow.
right?
Okay.
Do a
Yeah.
nice fresh cranberry salsa. What else do I got on here? How about some Brussels sprouts?
All right. So, okay. Oh, gosh. Does my mum listen to this? I don't think she does.
Yes, she does.
Right. She says she does.
I know.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
We had Brussels sprouts at Christmas, and they were literally just Brussels sprouts boiled and put it on a plate.
I know.
And Eva was like, this is English cooking? And I was like, this is traditional English cooking. This is how we do it, baby. Oh my gosh. But Brussels sprouts, if you were to think of one vegetable or one anything that has really stepped up its game in the last few years, it's Brussels sprouts. They're
Brussels
borderline
sprouts.
nice. You'd order Brussels sprouts in an appetizers menu in a restaurant.
Oh, I have had so many Brussels sprouts, different recipes
Yeah.
now that I'm just blown away with
It's
how
mental.
great they are.
Yeah.
I love them crispy, fried,
Yeah.
roasted in the oven with a little balsamic, or doing them with some walnuts and blue cheese is another great
Oh, yeah.
ones.
Yeah, really good.
We did them actually a little bit of hot sauce in, and we've tossed them in a little bit of hot sauce
Nice.
and then bake them in there so they got a little bit of heat, and
Little bit of a kick.
to it.
Lo-
Yeah, and I'm just like, another one too, this especially my students have just been working on this, is bechamel, which is a white sauce, making that with a little bit of cheese and doing it au gratin. So that would be like putting your Brussels sprouts in there after you've got them nice and cooked off, putting a bit of the sauce and some cheese and then crusting it under
Oh,
the burner,
yeah.
right? Like,
Nice.
talk
Okay.
about that
Yeah.
cheesy comfort
With a bit
food
of
for
Italian
the
cheddar on there.
little
Delicious.
crunch on the top of
Yeah.
it, right? So
Great. Oh, I like that. All right. What else can you add
I
with
was
it?
also thinking about sweet potatoes, right?
Okay.
What do we usually do for sweet potato mash, or we do a yam mashed potato, but what about doing fries,
Okay.
right? Everyone's got an air fryer.
Someone's going to hate that. But if you're doing it yourself
Yeah.
from proper ingredients,
You could do some nice sweet potato fries, maybe do like a maple aioli or such. Or you
nice.
could spice it up and do like a little bit of a sriracha aioli or something.
Yeah,
All of
yeah,
those
yeah.
would pair really, really with that.
Oh, really, really nice.
This was another fun one I was thinking about. Why not throw mac and cheese since we're talking about au gratin, but do a pumpkin mac and cheese.
This is such a Thanksgiving-y, almost Halloween-y kind of idea. It's so seasonal. And it wouldn't feel right doing it at Christmas, but it would feel right doing it for Thanksgiving.
Exactly. Especially this is pumpkin season, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's getting pumpkins out there. We're all getting ready.
Yeah.
Mixing that into your rich bechamel or your
Yeah,
Mornay
yeah.
sauce with all that cheese, tossing that macaroni with that
Oh.
little bit. I'm thinking that's just an absolute winner. And it's just something a little bit different to have on the table
Yeah.
for Thanksgiving, right?
100%. That's a really nice idea. And I tell you, mac and cheese has stepped itself up in the last few years as well.
Mm.
Restaurants can be based off the stuff now.
As long as you're
Places
doing
like-
it good and putting really good ingredients in it, I'm
Yeah.
like, let's do it.
I'm thinking of particularly the Hungry Prince Bistro here. He's very good with that. Right. Next.
I want to talk about mashed potatoes because everyone just does a plain mashed potato.
No.
Let's load her up.
Yeah, you silly
Let's do
salad.
loaded. Let's throw some bacon and some cheese, some chives, maybe green onions. Really, let's start elevating them.
Yeah.
You know what? There's
Yeah.
a lot of fun we can have with mashed potatoes, and they
Yeah.
don't have to just be
Yeah.
mashed potatoes. Potato
Has
has
a lovely consistency, but it's more of a flavor carrier. It
Mm.
carries flavors. It doesn't inherently have an amazing amount of flavor. So it's very important to get that right.
yeah. Another one is just mixing the yams and the potatoes together.
Oh,
Throwing
yeah.
a little bit of
So it's
oregano
a little bit
in
sweet, a
there.
little bit savory.
A little bit sweet, a little bit
Yeah,
savory.
add a
Get
bit
a
more
nice
salt.
mashed potato, and then when you add your little bit of fresh gravy that you've made, just a great taster together.
Gorgeous.
The other one I was thinking about was like pomegranate with roasted vegetables.
Pomegranate. Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you're really leaning into almost the cranberry.
We
The
got that
sweet.
little sweet.
Yeah.
We can add that to some
I
roasted
had to think about
vegetables.
that. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I thought about it. Love it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Adds a
good
little
idea.
bit of color.
All
Fun.
right. Now we're already running out. It's 20 minutes already.
We go fast. We
What
talk too
on
much.
earth is going on here? Right. Leftovers.
Let's get down to leftovers.
Yeah.
So turkey time is, there's only so much hot roast beef or hot turkey sandwiches you can do. Mind you, it was one of my favorite things.
It's like curry and pizza. It just gets better and better. And
yeah,
better.
which are two of
Yeah.
the things I was going to say totally. Is like,
Yeah.
let's go turkey pizza.
Absolutely.
Get some nice flat dough, like a nice thin, make it your own focaccia bread. roll
Oh,
like a super
turkey
faux.
pizza.
Turkey pizza. Just think of
Oh.
all the great ingredients. Little cranberry on there, maybe pesto with some turkey on it.
And-
Great taste.
John, you do make a very good focaccia.
I can say I got a decent focaccia bread.
Yeah. We were having dinner the other week and it was like, oh, yeah, I made a focaccia, whatever, get over it. And I'm like, are you joking? This would have been like I'd put that on my Life Achievement Award. It was delicious. So yeah, John, very good.
I'm
Thank
going
you
to
very
have to
much
teach
for
you that recipe, Will. 'cause
You will.
It's, it's really one.
Yeah.
It's a Will recipe.
Would you do it as a pizza base?
I would totally do it as a pizza
Yeah.
base. Yeah.
That is an idea. Right.
That was a wet focaccia bread.
Yeah.
So you basically put your water, everything into
Yeah.
the bowl,
Yeah.
and you can't knead it because it's so wet. So you're just basically pulling it over. So every 15 minutes you go over and you fold it over itself.
Oh, is it bad? I made one, but I put it in the bread machine.
Well, no, there's nothing wrong. That's one style of doing
Yeah.
focaccia. But the one that I made
Yeah.
you that you were all
Yeah.
like in love with
Yeah.
is because it's so light. And then, of course, leaving it sit in the fridge overnight.
Yeah.
Just to let all those...
you really, yeah, you
Let
went
everything
all out.
build up
Yeah,
inside
fair
there.
enough.
Anyways, focaccia, let's go on to frittata.
Frittata.
Right?
That's a nice. That's almost like the final stand.
You know
The
what?
frittata.
Here is a great one to
Yeah.
use up all those leftover
Yeah.
vegetables, everything.
Yeah.
Give them a quick saute, throw some scrambled eggs in there,
Yeah.
and just let it bake in the
Chuck it
oven.
all in there.
Everything in there. Throw some
Oh.
extra cheese on top. You're going to be in heaven. Chop some potatoes in there.
I'm really excited now
Yeah.
about that. We've got my sister, Victoria Carolyn, and her family coming up from the States. So
Mhm.
for Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving.
Oh.
So yeah, so we're actually going to get 2 Thanksgivings this year, and then Christmas.
You better get those stretchy pants on.
Very excited, yeah. And you can always tell I put on weight because it goes into my face. Looks like I'm storing nuts for the winter.
Right. So, Will, do you remember what we just talked about so we can do a quick recap for everyone?
We're going to do a recap of what we've
We're
spoken
gonna
about.
do a quick recap.
You want to do a recap? Okay. Wow, we're taking this show up market. John, let's talk about what we've just spoken about.
Do you even remember? We're
You
talking
can just
about
rewind.
smoking turkey.
Yeah, are we going to go through every one of them?
No,
Right,
I just
all
want
the
to get
different-
people excited
about it,
and
right.
thinking about.
From the beginning, all the different ways of doing the turkey, including smoking, roulade, the bit where you snap it in half, and deep frying.
Spatchcock.
Oh my God, I remember them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you spoke about the accoutrement.
Yeah.
Yeah, classy. French.
Do-do-do.
Thank you. Brussels sprouts, stepping it up. Okay, now I'm just getting so excited. I'm getting all these.
Getting all these things.
Yeah. The pomegranate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good
amazing.
one.
Right, come on.
What else you forgot about? The uploading
Really-
your mashed potatoes.
Oh, yeah. And also mixing it with sweet or mixing it with sweet potato.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, fries.
Fries, sweet
Yeah.
potato
I
fries.
love it.
Yeah.
And then we went into leftovers.
Yes, we
We
did.
went focaccia pizza. We went, oh, this is a good idea. It
Yeah.
really pumps you up. It's got everything at the same time. Focaccia pizza, quiche, and one more.
One more. We talked about, I don't even remember what we talked about anymore.
That was probably rubbish.
Anyways, there's lots of great ideas and there's lots of things to do with turkey. I just wanted to reach out to everyone and hope they have a wonderful turkey.
Yeah.
And if anyone listens to this soon enough and they're in the Campbell River area around noon tomorrow,
Well, I have to download that sharpish. Yeah.
we'll be
Shout.
doing our first dinner with my level 1 cook students at
Oh,
North
bless
Allen
them.
College.
I think they're
So-
going to do really well.
Yeah.
I bet they're amazing.
And I know, hey, let's talk about locals too. I know they've got their turkey dinner going on right now.
Yeah.
And it's turkey time. So
Absolutely.
it's a great time to get out there. If you don't have time yourself, there's lots of restaurants doing.
And it's a great time as well to move house.
Yes.
As we're plugging each other. You didn't segue. It's easier for you to segue than it is for me. Anyway.
Well, you know what? That's what I'm looking forward to having my next Thanksgiving because I know you're going to find me a new house.
Yeah. Just don't tell anyone how long I've already been trying. All right. Thank you so much for listening. And thank you. Have a great Thanksgiving. Have a great time with family. Even if you don't celebrate it, just celebrate being together, community, family. That's ultimately what this is all about.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it really is. And thank you very much for listening to us. We really appreciate it. And also we appreciate the great folks here at 98.9 Jet FM, the Comox Valley's best rock, probably the island's best rock. I love that full.
I don't think you're going to sell that one.
But probably the island's best rock. It just doesn't roll off the tongue. Thank you. We will see you in a fortnight's time. Thank you very much.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Cheers. Bye. I always have to speak last.